So, Ted, we started working a couple months ago. I know we meant more than that, but we've been working together for the last 2 months now.
Yes.
Uh, you're a mortgage broker at NEXA Mortgage. Why don't you just let's just cut to the tape to the chase, and we can backpedal from there. What are the results that you've seen so far from working together?
Well, to date, we've had close to 1,500 connections, okay, total, meaning that there have actually been almost 1,500 real estate agents that are now in our pipeline. Out of the 1,500, almost 500 have accepted our connection. And out of the 500, we have had conversations with probably close to about 80 of the realtors. And out of those 80, when you continue to drill down, we have started relationships with close to 30. And we are receiving referrals. We have several already in our pipeline, several borrowers that we are sourcing a mortgage partner for them, and some of them are already in underwriting. So the program has really been good. Of course, we've worked hard on the program. There wasn't a day until yesterday when I was literally out meeting some of our new referral partners in person. There hasn't been a day that I haven't spent a couple hours on the program. And I know that when I did that, it bared fruit. And so that's why I continued to put the time in.
Right, Ted, you out of most people I work with, you did your part, which is responding, first of all, to the interested leads, and then actually following up and doing your thing and being the best professional you could possibly be in your industry right now. How do you feel about those numbers first, numbers you just explained, and then what was kind of the behind the scenes, day by day, your responsibility of it all?
Well, I mean, as far as the number, as far as I feel the numbers go, the ultimate goal was to meet realtors and to, as quickly as possible, build the trust to have them to start referring borrowers to us. In the beginning, I have to say that they were somewhat skeptical because they had relations with other mortgage loan originators. And some of the referrals we got in the beginning were ones that I guess they got turned down 2 or 3 times. So they kept telling me, if you can get this one or this one funded, then we're going to go with you. You'll be our go-to loan originator. Believe it or not, one of them is already in underwriting, which is good. A couple of the other ones is just too difficult. And then after that, I have to say that we had 3 immediately started referring when they met a home buyer and they wanted to get them pre-approved. They sent them to us, and we had their home buyers in our pipeline in underwriting, getting them approved. And today we have 7 in our pipeline from various ones that we are nurturing relationships with, and we will close on them. Some will probably not this month, but the majority of them will close next month, and we're very excited about that.
That's awesome, and in such a short amount of time too. So I'm excited to see what happens in month 4 and month 6 and so on. I want to backpedal just a little bit further. All these good things are happening. So before these good things, before we actually made our first connection on LinkedIn, what were some of the challenges that you were facing that led us to eventually collaborating and working together?
Well, I have to say that first, we're new in the residential space, okay?
Right.
Relatively new, even though I have extensive experience in commercial real estate. Residential real estate is a different animal. So I was able to establish referrals for my commercial business by literally going out and meeting, this is pre-pandemic, and actually going out and meeting commercial loan brokers, real estate brokers, commercial insurance company brokers, business brokers. I met with banks that, were unable to do certain types of commercial funding that they needed an alternative lender to do that. So I did understand how to bring in business. But with residential, you really need to build your business directly with direct warm referrals from real estate agents. And I know this because we bought leads in the beginning. We tried to buy leads. I feel like buying leads are basically, you may get 1 out of 10,
Right.
but it's one and done. There's nothing left.
Can't build your business off it. It's like you said, it's a one and done.
Yeah, it's just one and done. And of our NEXA Nation brothers and sisters, the 780 colleagues of mine, I asked them, I said, tell me, how did you build your business? How did it work? Even the founders of NEXA said the same thing. You got to put in the work. You got to go out and meet real estate agents. You got to get on the phone and start pounding. Well, honestly, I didn't feel like just getting on the phone and Googling real estate agents in my area and just saying, here, I'm just going to start calling everybody. I felt like there must be a way to do it. And I've been successful in building a network through LinkedIn from my commercial real estate side. So I said, if I could find a program that I could incorporate LinkedIn and that I would like and could work with, and it was reasonable, I would do it. And, I found you, and that's how I started. I mean, we talked, and it took a few months for me to get my act together, to get LinkedIn set up, to get the profile set up, but I did exactly what you said for me to do. And I followed it. I mean, I was religiously following it. And just like we said before we came on the air, yesterday was the first day I really didn't do my side of it. But the good news is that I have plenty of great contacts. And today I'm going to start pounding the phone and getting in touch with the people who want to get in touch with me. And I'm going to start building it back, and I'm going to start working those relationships.
Yeah, that's really funny. Yesterday was the one day, because you are very religious about our realtor tracking sheets. You would beat me to the punch almost every week, which no one does. So that was very unique about working with you. Yesterday was the one day where you didn't take a look at it, and now you have a lot of follow-ups, a lot of people interested in speaking with you.
Right. And I will follow up with everybody today. I'll follow up.
And it's Saturday.
Some way.
Good stuff. Well, for anyone who's watching this, usually when people watch these, it's because they know WA marketing solutions exist, but they have some concerns. Thinking, will this program work for me? When you and I first connected, were there any concerns or fears that you may have had before returning the invoice?
Well, I mean, you always have some concerns because there are a lot of programs out there to help mortgage loan originators, insurance brokers, financial consultants. There are, but the way I look at it is the one thing that struck me when you and I first talked was this: it's a partnership. We both have to do our job. Okay. A lot of the programs that I said that I listened to, a lot of the people would say to me, just sit back and watch the funnel fill, and you're gonna land all these, and you're gonna be so surprised that you'll have so many opportunities you won't be able to fill them. You'll be having to hire all kinds of staff, and I didn't find that to be true. What I find is that you have to put in the work. You have to find a program where you actually have to put in the work. And that's what we did. We got the opportunity to make contact on LinkedIn, and it was up to me to get them off LinkedIn and get them on the phone. And when I found that I did get them on the phone, I found that I was able to build that trust. I was able to talk to them about our program, why our program is different. I was able to address the pain points that they felt, and how we could how we could ease that pain and how our program was better than what they'd experiencing. And, you know, we had a couple conversations, and after a few conversations, yes, a couple emails later, I said, give us a try, give us somebody, let us try for you. And it did. And it's working now.
So when you say we both need to put in the work, I do my part, you do your part. I think you've explained pretty well your part. What was my role in this? How far did I get you when it came to the opportunities? What did I exactly do for you?
I got to tell you, I really don't understand how you make the magic work. Okay. However you
I'll take
do what
that.
you do. I mean, however you do what you do, all I can say is that, you know, my phone kept dinging, you know,
Oh yeah.
uh, gosh, maybe 10 times an hour. So, you know, I kept my LinkedIn and my Sales Navigator program up all the time. I
Mhm.
kept my spreadsheet open all the time. As I was working, you know, as we were working and going through our files and originating our loans and working with our processors and doing all the daily things that a mortgage loan originator does, I I have my, you know, I would take my mortgage loan originator hat off and put on my marketing and sales hat. And every time I would get a ding, I would see, is this somebody that connected? And we're still talking with them. And as you know, in the beginning, I was too quick to jump and to start, you know, reaching out and making them work. And I wasn't paying attention to what the process was. And that was probably the most difficult thing in the beginning for me. And, you know, after the first week, you know, you got me back on track and you go, no, calm down and let us do what we have to do. And after a period of time, they will then jump off, and then that's your cue. And once I understood that, I got it, you know, and that's when things were working much better. So that's what I mean by that. You know, the process works, but you have to you have to be ready to do and it has to be timely, you know. If when I followed up, you know, within an hour, I would say of the contact that somebody wanted to talk to me, they were ready to talk. I got them on the phone and we were ready to talk. Maybe it didn't end up being a referral right away, but I'll tell you one thing, at least they know I'm out there. They know I exist. You know, I sent them an email. I sent them information about our company, and they have our website, and we're a good alternative for the future.
And you're one step closer to whatever you're looking for. That
Absolutely.
next dream referral partner, that next real estate agent. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So we mentioned this in the beginning, we said some numbers. I want to kind of loop back. How many realtor partners did you start with before we started working together? How many did you have? And then how
3.
many do you have today that I know you haven't closed any loans yet because it's only been 2 months from the deals in your pipeline, but who are you working with today? What's the number? Where was it in the beginning 2 months ago? And where was it? I mean, not even 2 months ago, like 60 days. And where are you today? And what's that look like?
We had, before I contacted you, we had 3 realtors who were referring us opportunities from their buyers. Okay. Today I have close to, it'll be, I think by the end of this weekend, I'll have 24 additional, 24 plus the 3 I had. Okay. And these are ones that I'm already getting referrals,
Yeah.
and ones that are about to give me referrals. So I believe I'll have 24 additional really good residential real estate agents that are that we've built relations that, you know, they know us, they like us, they trust us, and we're going to be because we're talking now. We're just talking. In fact, some of them call me and in anticipation of sending me a referral, and they're asking me, you know, questions about. Let me ask you, you know, if what is the best type of loan for this situation or that situation, or, you know, I have a conversation today in about an hour or so with a realtor who has somebody out of the state that wants to buy a couple investment properties. They've never had investment properties, and they know because of my commercial experience that this is going to be great. because they know how strong I am in understanding about fix and flip and fix and hold and things like that. So, I mean, I'm looking at also, you know, being a sounding board and being an advisor for them. And by building that relationship by saying, hey, you know what? Let's hop on a call. Let's discuss it 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes. What is it? Just to answer your questions and to transfer some knowledge so you feel comfortable not only in how to handle the buyer, but then to bring it to me so I can get it funded for you.
So that's 24 referral sources in under 2 months.
Yes.
How long do you think that would have taken you? I can't speak English. How long would have taken you to do on your own?
Well, it would have taken me, you know, I don't know. I would say, you know, maybe close to a year to do that. I would guess under a pandemic condition, you know, where
And
you
under
really
a
can't.
pandemic condition, right? Where
I mean, you got to think
people are
about that.
right.
You know, like I said, my experience is that it was nothing, you know, to go to a conference. It was nothing to go to a trade show. It was nothing to hop on a plane and go someplace to meet with somebody or get in the car and drive someplace. You know, I never thought about what, you know, but in a pandemic situation where the realtors themselves aren't out, you know, where it's hard, where they're having situations where sellers of homes don't want them to come in, you know, where, you know, where we're doing virtual appraisals, you know, because of the situation we're in. It's hard to say, but I would say probably a year under these conditions.
Right. So if you're watching this and we're still facing the coronavirus pandemic, get online and start doing things the way Ted and I have been doing things. A lot more doors have opened up in a short amount of time. And Ted, I'll end it with that. You know, I appreciate your time. It's been awesome working with you, someone who takes this new challenge, which is the residential mortgage industry, and just taking it by the horns, following the program. I know there's a learning curve the first like week or two, and then you got a hang of it. So appreciate your time, letting people know what we do, how we helped you overcome the getting in front of more agents challenge. And I mean, we're gonna keep contact and continue kicking butt.
Absolutely. Thanks, Will.
All right, Ted. Thanks.